Evening. Good evening, everyone. All right, our graduates are now coming in from the back. Welcome to the class of 2023's nursing pinning ceremony. Congratulations, graduates. I am really proud of what you've accomplished over the past 2 years, and you all hold a very special place in my heart. I want you to know that. Good evening, friends, family, and distinguished guests. My name is Catherine Costa, and I'm the Director of Nursing and Allied Health. I would like to introduce some very important people who are vital to the success of our nursing program. The first group of people are my colleagues, who I cannot do this without. As I call your name, would you please stand? Ms. Cecilia Wining, she's nursing faculty. Ms. Linda Ramey, nursing faculty. Ms. Darian Roush, nursing faculty. And Ms. Jennifer Schink, she's the nursing program specialist. She helps me make sure I do everything right every day. It is also my honor to introduce our distinguished guest this evening, Dr. Kelly Traynor, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Mark Messia, Dean of CTE. Dr. Jamie Van Ness, Executive Vice President. Cheryl Bloom, President of the Foundation Board. Joseph Donaldson, Foundation Board member. And last but not least, I would like to introduce the president of our college, Dr. Eric Heiser, and he will be presenting a welcome to you all.
Thank you, Catherine. Good evening. Are you ready? All right. Just making sure you're still awake. On behalf of the District Governing Board and our wonderful nursing faculty, the dedicated staff at Coconino Community College, I'm pleased to welcome you to our Spring 2023 Nurses Pinning. You know, there's something to be said for someone who cares for someone else when they're likely experiencing the worst day of their life. Someone who thinks more of helping others than that of their own well-being. Someone who cares for our sons, our daughters, our mothers, our fathers, friends, family, as if they were their own. Or even someone who comforts a former provost who decided that he was going to install Christmas lights on the roof of his house in Ohio and didn't set the ladder correctly and proceeded to break both of his wrists and his elbow. Me. The someone I'm speaking about, of course, is nurses. Each of you are about to embark on a journey In the nursing profession, some will go to the ED, others will go to the OR, and others will find OB as the calling. Look at me using the acronyms. Wherever you find yourself, please know that our healthcare system doesn't operate without nurses. The care and comfort that you provide to your patients makes all the difference in the world. Don't ever forget that. You make the world a better place, one patient at a time. You are, quite simply, superheroes. Congratulations to our nurses, and thank you for everything that you've done and will do to keep us happy and healthy. Congrats once again.
We would like to introduce the keynote speaker whom our class has chosen for tonight. Throughout the program, she has made every effort to support us, alongside ensuring that our education would not be compromised when we face significant challenges.
She discovered a love for teaching after joining CCC in 2016, and having also been a nurse for 23 years and a nurse practitioner for 20 of those. She has an immense devotion to the nursing profession and the education of future nurses. She is the heart and soul of this program, and without her, it is very possible that we wouldn't be standing here on this stage.
Please warmly welcome our nursing director and instructor, Catherine Costa.
My eyes are all blurry now. Thank you, Marta and Monica. It's an honor to deliver your class's keynote speech tonight. This is a special event when we recognize what each of you has accomplished and all the challenging work that put you here. I believe that every one of you will go to do important things, whether it's practicing as a bedside nurse, becoming a nurse practitioner, or helping the next generation of nurses by choosing to teach. A few years ago, I read a book by a young neurosurgeon resident, Paul Kalanithi. This really inspired me. In his memoir, When Breath Becomes Air, Paul wrote about facing death from lung cancer. He was raised in Kingman, Arizona, and died at the age of 37. He was raised, pardon me, he died at 37. His whole world was before him when he had choices ahead of him, just like you do. This book really spoke to me, and I want to share 4 thoughts from it as you transition into your professional practice. First, you are participating in something bigger than yourself. You chose this path not to reap material rewards, but to be part of something bigger than yourself. The people whose lives are in your hands are looking to you not only for the care you give, but for guidance, for hope, for salvation. And I'm not talking about salvation from a theological sense. Did you all know that salvation actually means preservation from harm? What we've been talking about since day one. In my 23 years of being a nurse, and from the many patients and patients' families I've counseled, I have learned that every decision I make, including every word that I speak, affects someone else, whether it's positive or negative. I urge you to deeply consider the impacts of your actions. Think about the lives that you touch and those lives that you never really actually know that you are touching. Be wary of becoming complacent, and don't take for granted that ACE inhibitor you've given 100 times. Okay? This is no small mantle of responsibility that you've chosen, and I want you to know this is noble and selfless. Second, you cannot do this alone. Paul wrote in his book, "Human knowledge is never contained in one person. It grows from the relationships we create between each other and the world, and still it is never complete." Lifelong learning is real, and it is not found in oneself. It is found in the relationships we create and the relationships that we keep. It is found in the people we consult, in the teams that we develop and collaborate with. I remember my first job as a nurse in the intensive care unit. It was the night shift, of course. I was amazed at how all the nurses worked together. The camaraderie allowed me to learn so much in my first 10 months on the job. Then I transitioned to day shift, and it was completely different. I noticed cliques formed within the day shift nurses, and I was not included in them. I found myself getting the difficult patients. They would assign themselves the easy patients, and I would have the most physically and emotionally difficult patients. But in the end, that was okay. Those patients needed me, and I could be there for them. And I could do that demanding work because I was able to find one colleague who worked the same shift with me, and we helped each other from the beginning to the end of every shift. I trusted them, and they trusted me. Find those people and allow them to find you too. Third, be compassionate. Throughout his book, Paul reflected on himself as a doctor and then as a patient. As a doctor, he felt he was an agent, a cause, and able to act on his own life and see the results. But as a patient, he found him stripped of this agency. He wrote of becoming something upon which things happen to, an object of an action. I recently had a patient in the clinic describe the similar experience about an emergency department visit. She had taken a fall, her face was bleeding, and she was extremely uncomfortable and embarrassed. She described that while waiting for the physician, no one came to check on her. No one offered her a warm blanket. No one offered her something to drink, and no one offered her a tissue. As nurses, we have lots of tasks to perform. Follow orders, give a medication, perform a dressing change, get a patient down to radiology. But we must keep in mind that our impact is not confined to those duties. Every action or inaction has a consequence for our patients. We have the power to make someone feel cared about and respected, or we can make them feel ignored or passed over, becoming something upon which things happen to. Think about how each of these tasks can become something so much more for the patients in your care. Show compassion by anticipating those needs. Paul's friends reflected on what made Paul a great practitioner. They noticed the love and empathy he had for those who suffered and for what they endured and what he might bring to bear. That's the provider I strive to be every day and the provider I challenge you to become. This takes compassion. It takes empathy. Remember last semester, we practiced empathy over and over again? I understand how difficult it is at times to express empathy, especially if it's an experience you've never had. But it's up to you. Just do it. I know you know how to do it. Be the nurse that you would want to take care of you. And fourth, believe in what you do. There will be times when you question decisions you have made, and at the end of the day, you find yourself doubting the wisdom of those choices. Perhaps these even become bigger questions, such as, why did I become a nurse? You will have days in which you felt this way. I felt this way many times. But I encourage you to remind yourselves that what you do really does make a difference. You are pursuing an honorable profession, one in which your hard work and compassion have enormous power to heal those around you. Find the part of nursing that you're most passionate about and hold on to it. I've had the privilege of finding what I most believe in, teaching and mentoring you to become good nurses. and I hope that each of you find in your profession something that drives you, something that keeps you working to pursue the best versions of you. So that brings us back to where we are tonight. What an achievement to take pride in. But this is just the beginning of the journey you've chosen to take. This was the easy part. I promise, this was the easy part. Now begins the path that will take you to fulfillment, to your legacy. So Paul speaks to his daughter in the final paragraph of his book, and this is what he says. When you come to one of the many moments in life when you must give an account of yourself, provide a ledger of what you have been and done and meant to the world, do not, I pray, discount you fill the dying man's days with sated joy, a joy unknown to me in all my prior years, a joy that does not hunger for more and more, but rests satisfied. In this time, right now, that is an enormous thing. So my closing hope for you is to become the best nurse you can be, to work hard, to bring joy and healing to those who are suffering, and to fill your ledgers with meaningful and compassionate work. And if you can begin to achieve that, that is an enormous thing. Congratulations. Next, we will be presenting 2 student awards.
Hello, everyone. As Catherine said, this class is very special to me. As the very first day of class, they had to sit in my classroom, which was very interesting, which was my very first day as well. So congratulations, you guys. You're here, 2023. So each year, the CCC nursing faculty nominates a graduating student to receive an award for Student of the Year. It is my pleasure to introduce Nursing Student of the Year, Keely Schlee. Come on up, Keely. I have a little something to say about you before I give you your award. So Keely was chosen for numerous reasons. As we help students grow into the role of a nurse, there are skills they must achieve. Nursing is not only the skills we perform, but the way we act. Keely has shown kindness to everyone, her colleagues, as well as her instructors. She has a level of a professionalism that will get her very far in the field, as well as the academic achievement she has shown. Keely, we are going to present you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so the next award is the Student Recognition Award. Fellow students nominate and then vote on their choice. According to her classmates, this year's winner has been extremely supportive and caring to everyone. She has been bright light even when things were difficult. She is kind, hardworking, and always willing to offer assistance to others. She embodies so many great characteristics that will help her accomplish anything. Monica Freeman, congratulations. Will you please come up to the stage? I'm going to hug you first.
Thank you.
Back in school. So here's a gift for you.
Yes. I was going to ask you. I was going to get this gift out.
And here's your certificate.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
We will now have the presentation of our nursing pins. If graduates and family members, please stand and line up. We'll give them a minute to line up. Valerie Anderson. Pinning Valerie is her mother, Ella Mae Lee. Valerie plans to continue her journey to her bachelor's degree in nursing and continue to work for FMC as a new nurse. She would like to gain experience working in the critical care unit, expanding her knowledge base. She is focused on spending more time with her family and creating new adventures for her and her family to enjoy. Andrea Joy Carrillo. Pinning Andrea is her daughter, Maya Carrillo. Andrea plans to begin her nursing career at Flagstaff Medical Center to pursue her bachelor degree at NAU. She is looking forward to spending more quality time with her 3 wonderful children and learning to become a great nurse to help in the healing of many people. Candace Marie David. Pinning Candace is her fiance, Christopher Joel Poff, and her children, Kendall and Corbin Poff. Candace plans to work at Flagstaff Medical Center, where she has accepted a position on the Med-Surg Tele unit. She will continue with pursuing her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree at Grand Canyon University. After graduation, she plans to spend more time with her family and travel. Irina Degtiareva. Pinning Irina is her friend, Askincia Hollis. Irina is planning to work at FMC after graduation. She's interested in nursing informatics, and she wants to learn more about this specialty, so she will continue her education as a nurse and earn her Master's of Science in Nursing and Nursing Informatics, while still getting practical experience working with patients. Lex Figueroa. Pinning Lex are her significant other, Nathan Geisler, mother Kelly Figueroa, and father Ken Figueroa. After graduation, Lex is looking forward to spending more time traveling with her family. She plans to start her nursing career here in Flagstaff in the pediatric department at FMC. In the future, her end goal is to become a labor and delivery nurse. John Fitz. Pinning John are his father and mother, Jim and Judy Fitz. After graduation, John plans to start his nursing career in the ICU. This year, he will finish his Master of Nursing degree and plans to apply to the CRNA program. Ultimately, his goal is to become a doctor of nurse anesthesia and to continue volunteering and helping those in need. Monica Freeman. Pinning Monica is her son, Harley Kramer. Monica plans to continue to work in behavioral health at Northern Arizona Healthcare as a psychiatric nurse. Ultimately, her goal is to help develop additional community resources to support those in need of recovery and mental health treatment. She is looking forward to spending time with her family and planning new adventures with them. Mariah Haar. Pinning Mariah is her mother, Al Lodi. After graduation, Mariah plans to begin her nursing career at FMC in critical care and emergency medicine. Eventually, she would like to start traveling to gain knowledge and experience from a variety of places. Megan Grover. Pinning Megan is her father extraordinaire, Gary Grover. Megan plans to start her nursing career at FMC or join a traveling circus, depending on where the wind takes her. She hopes to finish her BSN and continue her education to earn her DNP. Her ultimate goal is to provide care to rural and socioeconomically disadvantaged communities. Danielle Jass. Pinning Danielle are her father Ronald Jass and mother Lisa James. Danielle will start her career on the pediatric unit at Flagstaff Medical Center. She plans to continue her education and earn her bachelor's in nursing. She finally accomplished her goal of becoming her grandmother's nurse who lives with her with her in everything she does. David Kent. Pinning David is his father, Dennis Kent, who is also a nurse. After graduation, David is looking forward to spending more time with his family, especially going on new adventures with his 3-year-old son, including Colorado this summer. After a nice vacation, he will begin his nursing career in the emergency department at Flagstaff Medical Center. Elena Kincaid. Pinning Elena is her mother, Charity Correa. After graduation, Elena will be joining her mom's medical aesthetics practice doing injections and hormone replacement therapy. She hopes to continue her education down the road and become a nurse practitioner. Jessica Mayer. Pinning Jessica is her family, sons Devin and Draven and husband John. After graduation, Jessica and her family are planning to move to Lake Havasu City. She will start her nursing career in their step-down unit and within 6 months transfer into the cardiovascular ICU. Ultimately, her goal is to gain experience in critical care and in time become a flight nurse. Noelle Martin-Yako. Pinning Noelle is her mother, Carmen Martin-Yako. After graduation, Noelle plans on traveling to and hiking national parks within the United States. She is planning on working in an outpatient surgery center and getting experience to get her registered nurse first assist. Valerie Pyatt. Pinning Valerie is her husband, Blake Lewis, and daughter, Harper Lewis. Valerie will be starting her nursing career at Flagstaff Medical Center in the cardiovascular ICU. She will begin a Master of Nursing with an education emphasis from Grand Canyon University in the fall. She looks forward to putting the last 2 years into practice and sharing her joy for the discipline through nursing education. Bernie Redde. Pinning Bernie is Kim Abaliera and a nurse and extended family. After graduation, Bernie is looking forward to spending time with his family. He's excited to start a new career as a nurse in the emergency department at FMC. Stephanie Teresa Rosano. Pinning Stephanie is her mother, Sabrina Alvarado. Stephanie is going to continue to work at Aspire Transitional Care and will be transitioning from a licensed nursing assistant to a registered nurse. She plans to obtain her bachelor's degree online, and her ultimate goal is to work in labor and delivery. Tatiana Salabai. Tatiana's sons, Charles and Jameson, and husband Chris are pinning her tonight. Tatiana hopes to spend some time with her family after graduation. She hopes to start her nursing career at FMC in the fall and will continue to get her bachelor's through GCU shortly after graduation. Her main goal is to eventually give back to her community in rural health care, working in Indian Health Services. Macaria Salas. Macaria's parents, Elba and Juan Salas, are pinning her this evening. Macaria will be starting her adventure at Honor Health in the Valley. She plans to gain experience and work towards becoming a pediatric nurse. She then hopes to continue her education to become a nurse practitioner specializing in pediatrics. Rosangela Satala. Pinning Rosangela is her husband, Jeremy Satala, and mother, Rose Black Horse Gill. After graduation, Rosangela looks forward to spending time with her family. She is also looking forward to working alongside her colleagues on 3 West, which is a med-surg floor at FMC. Keely Schlee. Pinning Keely is her husband, Gary. After graduation, Keely will start her nursing career at Honor Health in Scottsdale, Shea. She will continue her education and earn her bachelor's degree in nursing at Western Governors University. She is excited to be a new nurse and a new mother. Allison Denise Starr. Pinning Allison are her husband and daughter, Tim and Amada. After graduation, Allison is looking forward to spending time with her family. She is also planning on working in med-surg nursing while continuing her education. Madeline Strom. Madeline's stepmom, Amy Strom, is pinning her this evening. Madeline has accepted a position at an emergency department in New Orleans. She will continue her education to earn her family nurse practitioner license with a specialty in emergency medicine. After graduation, she is looking forward to the new challenges that the ER will bring. Zach Summit. Pinning Zach tonight is his wife, Rachel Ellis. After graduation, Zach is looking forward to spending time outside with his wife, friends, and dog. Zach will start his nursing career in July at Flagstaff Medical Center while finishing up his BSN from Grand Canyon University. Marta Tabaka. Marta's boyfriend, Bob Falkenstein, is pinning her tonight. Marta is excited to begin her career at FMC as a cardiovascular ICU nurse. She is looking forward to the challenges that the ICU will bring and the reward of taking care of the people in this community. Ayana Kaioloia Tong. Pinning Ayana is her father, Kalama Kui Kai Tong. Ayana will be starting her career as a nurse in labor and delivery. She will continue her education to earn a DNP as a certified nurse midwife and a women's health nurse practitioner. In the future, she hopes to move back to Hawaii and start her own practice as a nurse midwife. Now the graduates will be presenting the nursing pledge.
Oh. Oh, no. Noel, really? I didn't. I just meant to put it there. History was made during the Crimean War when Florence Nightingale took 38 women to Turkey with her to nurse sick and wounded British soldiers, being the only woman allowed to nurse the soldiers at night. She was observed making her solitary rounds with a little lamp in hand and became forever known as the Lady with the Lamp. Nightingale later laid the foundation of professional nursing, and as a tribute to her dedication, the lamp icon became the symbol of the field.
At CCC, nursing graduates honor the dedication of Florence Nightingale. Graduates symbolically carry the ideals for which Nightingale stood by holding our lamps, and we recite the Nightingale Pledge to honor the values that Nightingale established for nursing. We have adapted this pledge to align with the current values and principles in the field of nursing. Family and friends, on the front of your program is a Nightingale Pledge. We invite you to follow along silently as our graduates recite their pledge. With full knowledge of the responsibilities that I am taking,
I solemnly pledge myself to the profession of nursing and the service of humanity. I will endeavor to practice with the highest standards of conscientiousness and respect for human dignity. I will maintain to honor my profession's noble traditions, and I will work to uphold and advance its standards. The total health of my patients will be my priority, and I will provide equal care to every person in my care, no matter cultural or personal differences. With full awareness of my qualifications and limitations, I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level, and give my support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
that's right. Pull back. That's right.
First, I'd like to thank Catherine Costa, our Director of Nursing and Allied Health, nursing faculty surrounding us, and our students literally surrounding me, for the opportunity to share this special evening with you. We just heard a little bit about the history and importance of tonight's ceremony. For Coconino Community College, this ceremony is a formal recognition of our appreciation of the efforts of our faculty, our students, and all of you here tonight that have contributed to their success. For our students, it's proof of your dedication and commitment to your profession. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to say tonight. And so I did some research on the history of pinning ceremonies, even tried to find some speeches. And I talked to Catherine, she said, just keep it short, Mark. But the interesting thing, the opening remarks by Dr. Heiser, Catherine's comments, and mine all fit together somehow. We didn't plan that, but I think that emphasizes the importance of what Dr. Heiser and Catherine shared with us earlier. So what came to mind were my personal interactions with nurses and staff. There was the care and compassion shown in those times when, fortunately, just a few times I was the patient, when my kids were born, in the home health care provided to friends, when friends and family were taking their final breaths, and when I heard the calming reassurance from inbound flight nurses as I worked as a medic in the field in very remote areas. As I reflect on those times, I can't tell you much about the physicians. I can tell you a lot about the empathy shown by the nursing staff and the nurses. I encourage you all to never, ever underestimate your individual impacts on family, patients, other caregivers. You guys make the difference. It's not about the doctors, it's about you all and that direct care and attention that you provide. And it was mentioned earlier, you're there at the toughest times in people's lives, sometimes the happiest, but oftentimes the toughest times. You don't get called when everybody's happy and healthy. It's when things are going bad and you're there to take care of folks. So I hope you never forget the importance and significance of your work. So again, on behalf of Coconino Community College, our community, and your future patients, I offer our sincere thanks for your dedication, and I offer you congratulations on your success. This concludes our ceremony tonight. I invite you to enjoy the refreshments provided by the class and the opportunity to visit with family and friends. Thank you.